Well, happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. I just want to take a few minutes here today and just reach out. First of all, actually, I would like to just take a moment of silence for a good friend, Bob Adams. He recently passed away. He was in the business for over 40 years. He was a mentor, a friend. He's a husband and a father, grandfather, and he'll be missed by myself and many other people that he's touched and impacted in the community of Simi Valley and Ventura County. So just want to take a quick moment of silence for Bob. Thank you again, Bob. Our prayers are with you, Jan, and your beautiful family. And we know that you're with us right now during these crazy times, watching down on us. So thank you. So today, what I would like to speak about is I had a friend just recently reach out. She, like many other people, is being impacted by this in terms of jobs. The restaurants are shut down. Many different types of jobs are shut down at this time. So, I don't know how it came to me, but she basically just said, you're really lucky that you work in real estate, and I do feel very fortunate. We are also being impacted by this, but what I really want to encourage right now is just taking the time to think about what it is that you're passionate about doing. One thing about real estate for me, and the reason why I'm so passionate about it, is it's given me a peace of mind and a comfort of knowing that I can provide for my family, that I can learn a specialized skill, a knowledge. One of the things Napoleon Hill talks about, in order to be successful, you have to pick something that you're passionate about. You have general knowledge, which is very important, and then a specialized knowledge. That's my daughter's head there. This is the practice run. It's the practice run. Get over here. It's my daughter here, who's also who I want to learn from these lessons as well. And so what I'd like to do is just put together a training in a series, just an option or opportunity for us to connect, to get together, to share specialized knowledge and information. So thank you for your inspiration the other day of reaching out. And so what I would like to share is just some tips how to get started, right? How to get started in the real estate business. I'm also going to cover something that just happened yesterday with nonQM lenders in terms of how this is impacting the real estate market. There's a lot of great information actually on social media, right? You get some negative stuff, but you also get some great information, and it's an opportunity for us all to connect and share what's happening in the industry. So we're going to touch on that again. Every day seems like it's a new story, right? But we have to reach out and connect with each other to find out what's happening. A gentleman from Utah reached out and just said, hey, what's happening in California? So it's been a busy week. We've actually opened 2 new escrows, 2 different purchases, one out in Ventura, one in Moore Park. Just a new listing that just went on the market today at 2050 Pine Terrace. I have this beautiful brochure, the flyer's done, by Sal Martinez, who's a phenomenal photographer. Very fortunate just for his skill set. And this beautiful woman here, my lovely wife, the better half, Danielle Ramey, she's awesome. So why wouldn't you want to buy this house, right? It's listed at $540,000. The address is 2050 Pine Terrace. It just went live late last night. We're only doing appointments only. We were going to do an open house on Saturday and still playing that by ear, but it's likely we're going to cancel that and just make it just strictly appointments only. So we'll do a 1 o'clock slot every half an hour, only one family or person at a time that will be going through the property and taking all safety precautions. So is business happening right now in real estate? The big question. Absolutely it is. There's actually, there's something on social media called Lab Coat Agents. It's a group that many real estate agents are a part of. And the guy who runs it, Tristan, great guy, great teacher, great trainer, he actually asked the question, I'm looking for 3 agents that have opened escrow under contract over the last 5 days. I want you in a webinar inside of Lab Coat Agents. And so I responded to it because we opened a few, but I want you to see just this list, and it's kind of hard to see with the light, but each one of these, it's got to get to close to the hundreds of agents that are on here. Most local, there's some out of the area. 2 transactions, 3, put 1 under contract on the 17th. I did 2 actually. One on Tuesday, one yesterday. Our team is killing it, nervous, but leading the pack. 4 new listings, 5 contracted. Accepted an offer yesterday, working on another one. I'm in. 3 new listings going up in the next few days, too. I have clients who went under contract on Monday. We went under contract, new listing today, sold in 2 days. Opened escrow on Monday in Moore Park. Hey, I wonder if we're in the same one. No, I see the agent. Good agent, too. What up, Greg? So anyways, all these great agents, the list just keeps going. This thing, I'll make it skinny just to really exaggerate it here. It just keeps going and going and going. So there's got to be 100 plus agents on here talking about all the transactions that are taking place and happening right now. So that's on a positive note, right? There's quite a bit of business that is still happening. On a not so positive note, yesterday I've had a client that's been in escrow since almost January. And we got the word after doing everything right. The type of loan is called a non-QM loan. QM is qualified mortgage. I know this can start getting kind of confusing and complicated, but just your traditional loans are all typically ran under QM. Non-QM can mean there's a little bit of risk because something happened. So it was a non-QM loan. Well, 5 of the major banks stopped funding and originating on non-QM loans. Sure enough, the next day, our non-QM lender also stopped originating and funding. So what that means, just to put it in layman's terms, we can't get the house with that particular loan. So now we got a few options. We can back out of the contract, which when you're protected through the contract, you're able to get out. So that's one option, right? Just say, you know what, just too risky right now, let's just get out. Number 2, we can try to see if we can find a backup plan. There's 2 major players right now that are lenders that are still offering non-QM loans while everybody's rushing over to them right now. So we're looking minimum 3 weeks, potentially longer, a month, to be able to process through that non-QM lender, that bank, right? So that's an option. There's usually a way, but in times like this, you got to see and be aware of what's happening out there. So what this all means is there's definitely an impact. Some people have been hit in the stock market with their 401ks. Some have the job uncertainty. So a couple resources and things I want to talk about, because I see a lot of this stuff on social media, is there is an initiative or what's being talked about right now to help you with your mortgage payments, up to potentially a year, and helping out with mortgage payments. So that's already being acted on. They're trying to jump on it. The government's trying to be proactive before it turns into some type of catastrophe, right? So those are things that could potentially happen. Secondly, if you have student loans, they're actually, the president just talked about no interest is being charged or penalties for at least the next couple months. It doesn't mean you can stop making student loan payments, but you want to reach out to them. Credit card companies, they're starting to play their part. Whoever you have your car loan payment with, right? So just want to share all these different options. Basically start making calls, start getting on the list, and at least from what I read about the mortgages, so you don't have to fill out 14 documents and send it in. Basically, it's just a verbal showing that this event is causing a hardship financially, and which it's causing for just about everybody's impacted in some fashion. So there is help out there. The reason why I share all those things, number 1, in case you're looking for that, but 2, when you're purchasing a home, at any point in time, it's about the payment, right? Can I handle the payment? Is it a fixed conservative loan, not an adjustable loan, but a 30-year fixed payment? And if it is and it makes sense, in this one situation, the payment is under $2,000 a month. Out here in Southern California for a 3-bedroom, you cannot find a 3-bedroom anywhere for under $2,000 a month to rent, right? So if you can purchase, if you're putting enough money down and be able to purchase, where you have that fixed for 30 years, and yes, the rate isn't as low as it was a couple weeks ago, but it's still, you can handle that payment and it's fixed, you're putting yourself in a good spot. So the key is about purchasing or making moves or doing things and protecting yourself in the process and making sure that you truly can afford that. And if you do it and you buy for the right reasons, you're going to be fine. If it's not for the right reasons, then it's time to get out. So those are some of the things we're going to cover. I also want to talk about real estate. So, should I get into real estate? Why is it good? For myself, it gave me that confidence after working in the corporate world of seeing job layoffs, right? The impact when things happen to the economy like this, and you are an employee. The employer at the end of the day has to look and look at the numbers and see what makes sense and not doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make good business sense and we need to start cutting now, then guess what? You may be forced into looking for another option. So instead of freaking out and looking at those things, think of, what am I truly passionate about? So I'm going to talk about real estate. What is real estate? Real estate, most people see the shows and think, okay, I dress up, I wear nice fancy clothes. Obviously, you're not seeing that here. Nice clothes, drive nice cars, live in big homes, and check out all these beautiful homes, and we throw parties. And when we do all that, then we make a ridiculous amount of money, and it's just amazing. Well, hate to break it to you, but that's not really how real estate works, right? Maybe there's a few that survive that way. That's not how I've survived in the business. And if you want to get to doing more than surviving and thriving, it's all about people, it's about relationships, it's about leading from the heart, it's about doing what's best for other people's best interest, it's about helping them accomplish their dreams, their goals. So if that's your heart and that's your passion, and you're good with people and people trust you, and it's not about a commission, it's not about a paycheck, it's about truly putting a roof over somebody's head and giving them the peace of mind and the comfort of knowing that this literally can have a positive impact if you do it the right way for your family for the rest of their lives. Statistics show that families who own their home, their kids are much more likely to go to college, not just from the financial aspect. It gives their kids a root, a ground of knowing that they have a stable foundation, literally. I mean, they can't, and as long as you can make your payments, and sometimes even when you're having a tough time making your payments, the government is helping out. So the dream of home ownership is protected, and it's highly coveted in this country, and it can become a reality. So just want to share some of what real estate truly is and what it takes. If you're interested in it, I'm actually going to be joining either Zoom or GoToMeetings so that we can screen share, and we're going to start a training program. And so it's for those that want to, we're going to have kind of different segments. Some people who aren't in the industry, who are interested in getting their license, we're going to walk you step by step on how to get your license, okay? How to prep for the test, the state test that's required. Typically it's 3 elective courses that you have to take. And then we'll go from there. So that's one aspect. The second aspect of what we're going to talk about on the training is for agents who are either newer agents learning the business. Let's learn the fundamentals. Then the next aspect is going to be another higher level, right? Those who've been doing the business for some time do typically about 4 to 6 transactions a year. They're full-time agents, or maybe they're part-time agents and they want to be full-time agents. We're going to have a segment for them. Then we're going to take to another higher level, agents who have done more than 1 transaction a month. So they're at about the 12 to 20 range, right? Getting to almost 2 transactions every single month. In Southern California, you can have an average commission. It's not uncommon, around $12,000 to $18,000 a transaction. Not uncommon at all, especially if you bring the value and you are truly leading and helping people protect their equity, generate more income, negotiating on their behalf. We're going to talk to that level of agents, and then we're going to take it to a whole nother level, create a mastermind of the top agents in the industry. So if you're interested in being a part of this segment, this idea, this mastermind, please reach out to me. With the GoToMeeting and with the Zoom, I can interview top agents in the industry, ask questions, how they built their business, how they've become who they are, what types of practices, what they do every single day, and how they can duplicate their business. So interested in any of those things, please reach out to me. All I really need is an email. If you want to send me your email and phone number, that'd be great. Again, this is for everybody, not just people who are just in the industry, people who are thinking about getting into it. And at the end of the day, the worst you're looking at when you get your real estate license, it's roughly about a $500 commitment to get your license. Then if you want to do all the licensing, the dues and everything else, you're looking at close to $2,000. So if you want to do something like that and actually become a real estate agent and have access to showing and doing the whole nine, roughly you need to have about $2,000 to get started and to become an actual real estate agent. But there are other options. Some want to become transaction coordinators. Some want to become work in escrow. Some want to work on the lending side, right? So luckily, after 16 years in the business, being second generation in the business, I have many different relationships with some of the top people in the industry, and more than happy to plug you in depending on what could work for you. Some people just get their license and just give referrals and collect a nice 25% check, right? They work their other job, their passion, they teach, they get their license, and give a referral, and you just let's just say $10,000, right? $10,000 commission. You get in a $2,500 check, no liability, no anything. Hand it over to a professional who can then service them. They give you your cut. 100% legal. It's allowed, and having your license allows you to get that 25%. So, at a minimum, it's worth it for that or your own personal investing to represent yourself, which, again, there's value in hiring an agent and having a professional who has that. So, that's some of what we're going to do. If that interests you, reach out to me, send a comment. But again, we're here for you. Any of your real estate needs, we'll give you those updates. And Emma, would you like to stand up here and say anything? Okay.
I just want to sit on them.
She just wants to come. She's just drawn very good. What do you think about the message today, Em?
I don't know.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
An artist.
An artist. You like to draw? Yeah. That's cool. What's your favorite subject in school?
I like math.
You like math? Yeah. And what else?
And art.
And art. Do you like to read? You do like to read. What did you say you did at recess when you told me earlier when I said my favorite thing in school was recess? What was your favorite thing?
I like to read a lot, so I read at recess.
Okay. You like to read a lot, so you read at recess.
Yep.
That's cool. I like to play kickball. You guys get to play kickball at school?
No.
What?
But we play soccer.
You play soccer. Why not kickball?
No, I don't know.
I wonder why not kickball. But you can do soccer?
Yes.
That's good. Are you going to be the owner of Ramian Associates one day?
I don't know.
I think you will. It'll be around for a long time. So thank you, Emma, for being just an amazing girl. And you make my heart warm every single day. You make me want to be my very best. And you're a beautiful, amazing woman. I love you. All right. You guys have a great day. Thank you for your time. And we will see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.